And down we go. To Shogun. The secret to getting mad research? Essentially gimmicking with a bunch of materials and trying to figure out what exactly is good to farm up. It's also good to rotate materials too, because that way you can essentially build up one item and then also be building up something else as well. For me right now, I've been milling... Let's see. For me, I've been milling static cells. That's at a 1-to-1 ratio and decent to create if you generate crystals. There's also, well, I know I've also been milling... Shoot, I'm trying to remember the materials. Algae. Since that's relatively easy to make and whatnot. Especially if you have, like, hydro generators and whatnot. If you have an ether farm, then you could also mill bioluminescent spores, since those will be in relatively high supply too. Also good to have, like, 3 or 4 computers to start with, if you can. But even just one will be helpful, provided you're rotating your materials. At that, apparently, you build more, you can build more research by just existing on high-danger planets. Of course, that also comes with the stipulation that you can be able to survive those high-danger planets, but hey. And I'm not sure if madness has an influence on it or not. I keep hearing both yes and no on that one, so I'll have to get back to you on that. Yeah, that's also a bit of a tricky thing. Since research generation consumes more power based on the amount of research that's being generated. That essentially means that if you want to mill a whole bunch of materials and whatnot, you're going to need some way of... You're going to need a good power source, and likely that means either investing in a whole bunch of madness generators if brains are in high supply, or otherwise go nuclear. Like, there's not too many ways around it. Go nuclear. That isn't too hard, again, if you can get together some hydro generators. But, again, that will take some doing. All of this is obsidian, not a single block of shadow dirt or anything like that. That's kind of annoying. But the biggest thing I can mention... The biggest thing I can mention, really, when it comes to research is it's gonna take time. Like, if you're decent at multitasking, I'd actually recommend building up a decent base on a high danger planet with a bunch of generators and whatnot, and just Ensuring you're safe, of course, but just sitting there. But even then, again, that's mostly because I'm at a point where I've made a bad decision. Instead of making a new character, I'm playing with the same character I've been playing with, and my experience as a result is going to be completely different from a person who restarted their fresh character. I have to grind, whilst the average player will just be getting all the research they need when they need it. Why is you an annoying old spitty bastard? Yeah, this is all just Gabbro and whatnot, isn't it? That's more than disappointing. Oh, right, there's apparently a geode biome here, so that means I can get some free, crystal and whatnot. Stupid little pill bug. Don't mind the little pill bug, he didn't fall to his death or anything like that. I don't think that's even doing anything for me right now. Like, I swear, this entire planet is just native Gabbro, that's really disappointing. I was hoping for something different. Maybe I need to visit a midnight planet after all. Either that, or a shadow planet with an actual shadow biome. Oh, you hoppy little... Two-thirds of that was just, my aim is crap. Shadow Brick and Shadow Rock. Perfect! Finally! Finally, I've found the materials I'm looking for. Unfortunately, they're kind of in low stock. Oh, no, wait. All over the place. I'm at least finding some here, and that'll mean I can mill it for a bit of shadow gas, at least. Among other things. I'm just gonna be stripping this place dry, that's right. Because in the worst case scenario, Gabbro will still get me a few materials that are useful for other things. Not what I'm looking for, but it's workable. Ooh, there's even Bristleite here. So this wasn't a total loss after all. Because Bristleite can be pretty annoying to get too. Or at least I've had terrible luck finding it. Oh no. Oh! Nice. What do we have in here? Dimensional Cell, Exotic Matter, Cosmic Obelisk, such boy. Silk. I guess it's an okay haul. Are you kidding me? Can't reach. I can't reach the little nugget! Are you kidding? Here I am trying to shank it like a douche, and it's too small! Alright, I did see some bones around here. I'm gonna need to do some dusting. There it is. So let's see here. TP. 2, 3. Apparently I got a pet collar and some drugs. Alright. Time to play Spectrobes. Alright, the bones are right there. Let's see if I can't find... Ooh, chest! And I've noticed at least it's only like one chest a thinger, so... Do some extra dusting, and there we go. Hammer there. Chisel. I don't think there's going to be a bit of bone right there, so I could probably just focus on here instead. Nine. Right there. Or 11. Oh no. So now the question is, where is the last chunk? At this point, it's looking like lottery. I'm just gonna have to drill there and hope for the best. Oh, good. $100%. A meta mod. Actually a bad reward. Alright, here's another thing that's important too. It will take some doing in order to get up to this point, but if you can manage to find a whole bunch of fossils and successfully dig them up, that can be a decent bit of research right there. I think it's dependent on the size of the fossil, but across the board, you can get anywhere from like 50 to 200 some odd, maybe even 300 some odd research per fossil. And if you end up finding a whole bunch of fossils and have the brushes to uncover them, then, well, even more power to you. I would at least recommend I would at least recommend having the tier 3, if not tier 4 brushes, though, because if I remember correctly, higher tier brushes will give you more tools to work with when you're digging. So the basic, having the basic brush will make it harder for you to full clear it, let alone uncover the fossil. And if you don't uncover the fossil, then you just get bones, not even research out of it, so make the decent brushes. If I remember correctly, that requires gold, and I want to say it was like 2 other materials, those being, I think it was silk string, or I can't remember off the top of my head. I'll probably show it off later. It is a bit on the expensive side, I will say that much. For early game, at least, it's expensive. But if you're at mid to late game, it's powder. Especially if you're properly milling your minerals and materials and whatnot. Let's see if I can't find a few more fossils while I'm milling about here. Ah! Come on. There we are. At least like this, while I'm milling background wall, in addition to everything else, I can kind of keep track of where I was by what I've milled. And I'm moving away from the shadow resources now for, I think this is Gabbro. That's Prisylite up there. Might be handy for me to snag that. Be nice if you can give me some fossils, game. Because, surprisingly enough, archaeology, has been fairly useful. And I haven't even gotten a single, elder item out of it yet. When I do, if I do end up getting one, oh, it's paying off in space. You're not gonna be able to get up to me, aren't you? Ha. And, just for good measure, ha. Thank you. Alright, time to botch this dig up. Okay, the fossil is there. And by the look of it, it's gonna be a fairly branched fossil, too. Which means, I think I just need to focus on the fossil this time. I saw something flickering over here. Is that me, or... It might be me. Yeah, I think it's me in my, night vision. I might not have wanted to do that. Oh well. Let's see, chip there. I think I can chip here without damaging the fossil. Oh, is this an E? This is totally an E out of bones, isn't it? E. Okay, that should work without damaging the fossil. 11. Hammer there. $13. Okay, that means the last bit of fossil is probably gonna be like right here. To which I almost kind of want to like miscellany chip at the extra rock just in case. And I'm glad I was wrong! Nice head there. That's a weird shape. Oh, bullshit, that's an avian skull. It looks more like a Rexy. With its noodly little mouth going like... Ah! I might eat you! And 150 research right off the bat. All for being decent at spectrobes. Really, that isn't a fossil or anything like that. Kind of looks fossil-esque. I don't believe you, game. I should have believed you, game. Noted. Apparently that's just a hole in the wall. My favorite Japanese game show. There's some crystal. Apparently there's oil or tar somehow around here. Again, this place was is a tar ball, so it's on brand. Two, three. Thank you, anti-fall damage armor. You are amazing as usual. I think I'm in Deep Cave now. At least judging by the change in music. Ooh, what have we here? Quite a bit of ore. And crystals. Yoink. Me? Actually pay attention to the things in your surroundings. It's gotten you killed in the past. Don't let the past be the present. The heck? When did I get thrown? No! I saw that worm. Why? Every planet I go to has fucking worms. Why? Oh, and you're immune to electricity too. Fuck. You're immune to shadow. Not really. Ow. I hate worms. They're coarse, they're irritating, and they infect the blocks. There we go. Just mill up ore. Is there anything above me? Well, other than the obvious. Such I am gonna have to consider at some point leaving. Shoot! I didn't recognize that as a fossil, and I milled it by mistake. Accursed reflex, what the heck? Are those core fragments? Huh. I might be deeper down than I thought I was. Well, again, this was a like a small to medium, smallish medium planet, wasn't it? Or it's cool volcanic rock, and somehow we're in a fiery biome. I missed something on the dossier. I think I missed something on the dossier if this is a volcanic environment. And more worms than you can shake a stick at. Holy crap. I mean, what? Did Needhog hire you to decimate this planet for him? Was he on sabbatical or something? Where are you? There is no way you're stuck there. I refuse to believe it. I refuse to believe you're just stuck there. You're waiting for me to come up to you. And evidently, you learned. Okay. Take this bitwise. Spears are amazing for this. Well, anything that hits an area, really. So, spears, broadswords. You do not want to fight a worm with a gun. Unless it explodes. Then maybe. Poke! 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 He had a bad day. Stupid sulfurous worm. Is this a piece of ore, or... I think it is ore, but just in case. I've been applying my brush to everything lately. For amusement purposes. There'd better not be another worm. Because I swear I'm going to pitch a fit. I mean, at this rate, I might as well make it a canon bio thing that tells you fate's worms. Alright, mill out the volcanic rock. That is a lot of poop soup. I'm gonna need that. The contents of that chest, too. There we are. While I'm at it, missed a couple minerals in the back wall. Not quite high enough to pour it out. That won't be too much of an issue, honestly. Actually, while I'm at it, poop soup restores hunger. Or it just does whatever it feels like. Actually, maybe I shouldn't be hanging around in there. I got any food on me other than the corn? I think I ate it. Well, don't need food. The hell? You're actually an enemy. Douche. It's draining my hunger. Friggin' scorpion. A diamondizer bomb? I mean, I'm not gonna turn my nose up on that. Because if I don't want to break that into carbon, I could just get like 20 research pop from them. How did I not recognize that as an enemy? I mean, really now. Cybernetic enemy. Is there actually a machine environment around here? Something I'd like to investigate, but honestly, maybe I shouldn't. Uranium. That's useful. Oh! No! No! Oh boy. Okay. Take up those. Some free geodes. And pour it out. That's an egg claw. Alright, and with all of that, I should be able to mill the shadow items into, well, one or two of the shadow items into gas. Hopefully. I'm not anticipating much at all. So, time to see if I have the materials necessary or not. Ah, right. Brushes. Basic brush just requires timber and string, really easy to make, but doesn't give you too many resources to work with. The advanced one requires some additional silver. I would at least recommend getting the master or... Actually, yeah, at least the master brush, because that's somewhat easier to afford than most. The madness brush is going to take a lot from me, since I can't exactly reasonably get advanced alloy. Actually, technically I could, so maybe? I don't know where I can get energy wood, though. I think I need to have a specific plant for that, and I haven't exactly researched what type of tree that is. So in the meantime... Geode stone. Oh, that's getting milled.